everybody. So, my name is Chang. I'm from Singapore. How many of you have been to Singapore? Oh, that's quite a lot. Huh? So I guess you guys will know we're a tiny island. Tiny. 5 million people. So, what is the future of mobility? You know, it's a really, really broad topic. Today, I want to share with you why the significance of the future of mobility. Now, I believe, and I hope you too as well, that the freedom of mobility is a basic human right. Who agrees with me? It's a basic human right. So, what is freedom of mobility? It is freedom to go to school, go to work, earn a living, improve your station in life, to live, to love. At this point, you know, my father knocked me. He said, "Son, freedom of mobility does not apply to you when you're 17 and you took my car without my permission, without a driving license to impress a girl." But it is a basic human right that should be available to all of us. To understand where we are going, we have to grasp and take stock of where we came from and what we have now. So, if you bear with me, I'll tell you a little bit of story of my history, because I believe that is the transition that we need to make towards the future of mobility. Anybody here can remember who is Narayan Karthikeyan? Everybody knows? Or even Karun Chandok? A lot of you, huh? Some of you not so. So, they are both of them are my heroes. Why? They were top Indian F1 drivers. They made it to F1. Okay. Maybe you can put the next slide, thanks. So why were they my heroes? I was a petrol head for a good 20 years of my life, between the ages of like maybe 15 all the way to 38. I always wanted to be an F1 driver growing up, but I soon realized, 2 billion Indians around the world, 2 made it. 2 billion Chinese people, none made it. So my odds were pretty bad. Right. But that was who I am. I grew up, I was the kid that knew every single car make, model, horsepower, 0 to 100, everything. Just close my eyes, I could hear engine, I knew where it was. Yeah, I was that kid. I was that guy for 20 years. Anybody know who's Vijay Pillai from Bangalore? Anybody know? Well, he's my driver that picked me up from the airport. He's another reason why I know we Chinese people cannot be F1 drivers. The way he was taking the racing line on the highway coming in, avoiding motorcycles on both sides, and then there was a cow there, and then, amazing. Anyway, so this is who I am, who I was. Very privileged. Okay, I was group CEO of a BMW group across China in the region. I made a good living. I could afford V12 cars like that. But something happened 3 years ago. Before I tell you what happened to me, 3 years ago I embarked on a climate change reawakening. I climbed 5 mountains around the world. I explored the largest cave in the world in Vietnam. I did a climate change expedition in Iceland, to understand what is happening to our planet, to look at the CO2 in the ice 500,000 years ago, and how we are close to the point of no return. So what caused this change? If you can, thanks. Tell a little story. It started with this brick, this humble little brick. That, and of course, the Volkswagen Dieselgate, right? Why this brick? When I was working for BMW, I was based in Beijing, a news report came out that the average Beijing citizen breathes in 1 brick of air pollutants in a year. PM 2.5, I call it. The good stuff, the really good stuff. that goes through your lungs and goes into your bloodstream and gives you all sorts of lung cancer, probably all that. 1 brick That's in Beijing. How many of you like the number 7? Raise your hands. It used to be my favorite number, but because I was born in 1977, my birthday is 17 as well. But no longer, I'm sorry. 7 is no longer my favorite number, I'll tell you why. It's a smiley face over there. If you guys remember anything about what I'm telling you today, remember the number 7 and how important it is. 7 million people die from air pollution every year. 7 million around the world. Okay. Only 7% in the whole of Asia, maybe 3-4 billion people, only 7% of the whole of Asia has access to clean air. Only 7%. And the worst statistic of all, because I'm here in India, you guys may know this, that out of the 10 most polluted cities in the world, 7 of them are in India. Right? So that's why I don't like the number 7 anymore. You know what's my favorite number? My favorite number now is 01. Why?
Because
Why?
you repeated it in the book.
That's right. Based on the book too. Vishal, that's a good one, yeah. But basically, 0 to 1 means if we take today as 0, how do we move to 1? How do we improve our cities, improve our air, improve our communities, improve our lives? For not just us, our children and future generations, right? You know these companies, all you know these companies. US, China, in India, top companies in the world. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what we are trying to do, to go from 0 to 1. But how are we going to do it? We need to accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles. Not just make some cool stuff or whatever, we need to find ways to make them affordable and desirable. And that's what we in Scorpio Electric are doing in Southeast Asia. We are trying to build affordable and desirable electric vehicles because if you make them too expensive, then nobody can buy them. That's what Tesla is showing us. If you make them too ugly or undesirable, then people are not attracted to it. To do that, however, it's not going to be easy. Like our friends at Hero Electric, Aether, they'll tell you, it's not easy. You talk about infrastructure, you talk about technology, you talk about batteries, you talk about expertise in R&D. It's not easy at all. So, what can we do then? Now, in my next slide, all of you know these guys, okay? Definitely, you guys all know these guys. Why I'm showing you all of this is, I humbly would like to challenge all of you and take inspiration from these leading figures in India and around the world. As we aspire to be like them, I bet you, each and every one of them aspire for clean air, for clean mobility, for clean cities and clean communities as well. And they would help all of us. They would help India and the rest of the world to achieve that. How many of you are engineers here? Raise your hand. How about sales, marketing, branding people? How many of you are entrepreneurs? See? We probably have enough people in this room to make this change. So if I'm me, I would challenge all of you. Just like the rest of your colleagues in India have built space programs, rockets, nuclear physicists, scientists. You have the best inventors, entrepreneurs, and engineers in the world. You have the best leaders. The CEO of the biggest bank in Southeast Asia, our bank in Singapore, DBS, he's from India as well. Right? So you have all the ingredients, but most importantly, you have something that we don't have, which is the population. You have 1 over billion, including the entire subcontinent. You have, maybe close to 2 billion people. Right? So I challenge each and every one of you to go out there with the tools that you have. If you're a software engineer, if you are electrical, chemical engineer, If you're an entrepreneur, if you work in the government, support your government, and they are pushing very hard as well for electric, right? And make that change happen, because the challenges India faces are the challenges the whole world faces, but even more acute, right? Why? Like what I was discussing in the panel just now, you don't have a battery factory in India yet, but you will. Who's going to build it? Indians have to build it. You can't wait for the Chinese, can't wait for the Americans, can't wait for the Germans or the Japanese to come. You have to do it yourself. You will face the same challenges that we all face. Building up, converting the supply chains, the internal combustion engineers over to electric, right? But the battle for the future of mobility has started. But it will only be won in countries like India, in China, and Southeast Asia. It can only be won. It is not won in America, it's not won in Europe, trust me. They know even that too. Just to give you guys an example, so I'm in the electric motorcycle industry, and our friends from Hero will tell you the same thing. One, Thailand has a bigger population of motorcycles than the whole of Europe. Whole of Europe. One, Thailand. Imagine the power that we have, that you have, to make this change. I hope the next time I come back to India, VJ will come pick me up in an electric vehicle. That is my dream, my hope. Now, if one last thing I want to say is, sure, there's a lot of noise regarding self-driving, autonomous, AI, fuel cell vehicles. My friends, keep our eyes on the prize, and the prize is clean, zero emissions electric vehicles. All of those technology, hydrogen as well, they need batteries. Okay? Keep your eye on the price. Keep your eye on the infrastructure and the technology required for electric vehicles. Everything else, autonomous vehicles only work, they work best with electric vehicles. And they will always become niche. But we have to bring about a mass adoption acceleration of electric vehicles first, before all these other cool things can come. And trust me, ships, planes, whatever, they will come. They're already talking about it, electric. But it has to start. Just like Henry Ford, just like Karl-Heinz Benz did in the beginning, have to start with the humble car or motorcycle. So with that, thank you very much. I had a very good time. Thank you to Suprita and Priyanka from the design. They've been a lovely audience.